Without further ado, let's start the video.
Shall we begin?
Hello everyone, it's DontLoseToFear, and we have another amazing video here for you today. I hope you're having a fantastic day, an amazing day. If not, I hope it gets better for you soon. What's up, Fear fam and all you fearless shinobi? Today we have another Zenyatta online ranked fight in Season 34, which is the latest season in the competitive ladder, and we're doing our placements, and we are in a Masters lobby, but there are a lot of Grandmasters and top 500 players in here. I was top 500 in Grandmasters last season, and a couple of these people are as well. I find out later on. Let's get into this right now. We're going to do a battle analysis and kind of play-by-play and see what it is that I'm doing to help you become a better Zenyatta player, or to help you understand Zenyatta better and more, so that when you play with one, you know how to play with one. All right? True self is without form. Very Bruce Lee-esque. Probably some sort of ancient philosophy like Confucius as well. So you can see I'm breaking the boxes. I can't believe I didn't break that box. I try to break as many of the boxes as I can. Pots and flowers as well. Anything that's breakable, I try to break it. For the most part, if I think I'm going to bump into it, and that might cause my death or elimination, because that has happened many times where I back up and I die because I get stuck on something. So as you can see, in Anubis defense, I'm going to start off here. I'm a Zen 1 trick, and I don't switch. Okay? But because of it, I actually get pretty good at the character, and I'm able to actually fully master the character. See, that was a quick animation cancel with my Harmony Orb.
They have double shields.
I keep using the environmental cover of the bridge railing or rail to peek and to defend. See how that pillar, small little pillar on the bridge, protects me. I'm trying my best to help people, put my orb where it's needed. I think Genji needs it, but I kind of missed. Here I punish the Reaper really well, and I keep putting damage in that choke. I wasted a little bit of time there by not giving the orb right away to Ryan. And here I kind of mess up. I shouldn't have like jumped in on him like that, because I would say personally Reaper and Sombra are probably the two worst counters for me.
I don't know why you guys don't shoot at the Reaper.
But
like, he was just right there.
Everything else can get countered fairly easily for the most part. Probably these can too, but there's a way to do it. I just haven't figured it out yet. So I kind of went up close, which wasn't good because he gets all that lifesteal. I should have backed up, done a charge shot, and just really put all 5 orbs into him, and I think I would have had it. Best part is I adapted. On the way back, he didn't see me, and I killed him, and I killed the Mercy. So as you can see, that style of being up close,
I got 2 picks,
and putting all the orbs in their face with a melee, because you really want to use melee, especially in Overwatch 2. That melee is going to be huge. So this playstyle is going to be really good in Overwatch 2, the one I'm using here in Overwatch 1. So what happens is, with characters like the Mercy and a lot of other characters, you want to be up close like that. I did the wrong methodology and strategy when fighting the Reaper. I should have backed up more. But I did the right thing after that by getting him while he was walking. He didn't see me. You don't have any footsteps, so you can pull off these kind of things. See there? I'm pressuring him, doing what I need to do. Here I'm playing angles, using environmental cover. This is a really good position. I took a little bit of a gamble there. You don't always want to just throw orbs out for no reason, because it gives away your position. As you can see, I did it, and then the Reaper found my position. Luckily, this time my team helped me, which is phenomenal. I would have died there if they didn't help me. So, risk-reward, that kind of thing. You have to just keep learning, and it's continuous learning, figuring out what you're supposed to do. That was a really good animation cancel, animation orbing of Harmony on the Genji. It's gonna run out. But
Oh my god.
I kind of overextended there, and I didn't protect myself properly. The higher up you go, the more you get punished for being out of position. I am out of position a few times in this game, but for the most part, my positioning is really, really good, and you can benefit from seeing what I do here. So there, just casually trying to work with my team. My Rhine shattered. When he shattered, the Junkrat fell, and I'm like, okay, I have an angle here. Just go slow and get those shots in and get that kill before he stands up and can get away. See here? That's why I cancel, because I don't want to just give away my position, because once I do, they'll reposition, and then I won't be able to get my next shot off.
Holy
That was
shit,
a really
that was
good
amazing.
kill. Just putting, at this point, I can just put damage down through the choke, because I'm so far away, I can spam my normals.
Good job, man. That was really
And I don't have to do a
I
charged
didn't think you were
volley,
gonna
I
make
can do
that.
singles.
It's awesome.
Even here, I can do some singles. Use that pillar and that tree to block damage, and then use the right room and building to block damage, and the left building. See, I think I would have been fine if I pivoted right on my earlier death, but I went left and I didn't do very well. I was a little slow there. It doesn't really matter though, because we're fighting out here, and they're going to want to take that Zen bait. They almost always take the Zen bait instead of going to point, because they don't want me in the back there. So as you can see, this looks a little ridiculous, right? But actually, you turn a fumble
Damn, he had
or
another
something that
shot.
you didn't do that great into something good, because if we're fighting, if 2 of us are fighting 4 or 5 of them,
That's my bad.
then the other 4 people can fight the 2. So it's a trade. And as you can see, it worked out, because they didn't get anything. Did no progress there. And look at that, we just held
Yeah, it
it.
worked
So
out.
why did I do that? Was that a flank?
Another
It was a
copy.
bit of a flank. It was a situation where we diverted the pressure, and where we changed the sort of regulations of the match by saying, okay, this is the match, right? You go through these buildings, you go through these choke points where there's pressure. But in this situation, I'm going to challenge you, because one, everyone wants to kill a Zen. He's the most vulnerable character, right? So if I put myself in a situation where I'm flanking, I can now make them get out, like, change the objective of the game, which is they want to be on the point, but now they actually forget about that and they want to kill me instead.
Shit,
And
I
they're going
should focus on getting
backwards
my
instead
ult.
of going towards the point, which gives my team to defend the point. Interesting managing pressure, layers of pressure, and managing team target prioritizing to your benefit. I didn't do that great there either, but now I do really good here. Really, really good. Sometimes there's only so much you can do. You're only
okay, I have
one
transcendence
person.
for
There's
last
12 people
pusher.
playing the game. So overall, I do really, really well. But of course, mistakes are made, and we can see.
I can ult for
So
you.
this is
I don't
really
have
weird.
mana,
I'm
so
telling him
you
I can
just go
ult for
crazy.
him. And he gets excited, but he kind of goes and gets himself killed. All he has to do is stay here. And I will ult for him. He cannot die through the Transcendence, because there's no anti-nade on the Ana. So instead, he goes and he does this really silly thing. It was fine before because I was with him, right? But he'll come back. I mean, I guess it's still fine. He's still kind of doing what we did before. It's just not as effective because it's 1 versus us 2. I ulted for our Genji and for our Echo that turned into a Sigma. I didn't want them to die, and I ulted to heal our Mercy. Our Mercy wanted to get on the action there with her pistol, so
I
that's a
have
very
really
rare
good
thing for a
DPS,
Mercy,
that's
especially at a high level. They usually get yelled at, or it's really, really bad, because people know that it's just not that effective. It's used for defense in certain specific situations. It's not used to actually pull out and to DPS with. I don't think that playstyle doesn't get very high, right? Also, you get a lot of hate for it. So, I recognized she wanted to have some fun, so I'm like, okay, I'll go over to her and make sure she's okay, just in case. So, overall, we did a really, really great defense. As you can see, you kind of want to be as far back as possible, but at times, you actually want to get in there and brawl. The best way to do that is if you have a Brig Zenyatta. So if the other healer is a Brig, and you're Zenyatta, and you can really survive for a long time, what seems like forever. Of course you can die, but really, you almost never die, and you get to kill everything, and you get your whole thing about being in a vulnerable position kind of gets thrown out the window, because the Brig literally just acts as your bodyguard, protects you with a shield, you heal her, and then you kill everything and you have armor. So it's really insane. It's really, really fun. But I really like Mercy Zen. A lot of people don't like it. And it's really unfortunate because it's a high skill ceiling comp. Even if some professional tells you, oh, Zen Mercy's bad, I disagree. I disagree. Based on my experience, I disagree because there's so many ways to make this work, and I keep climbing season after season, and I keep having success season after season with it. I'm really surprised there that I took that much damage. I was trying to be safe, and I still almost died. So here I'm trying to break shields, trying to go slow, target prioritize, trying to help my people. There we go. Punishing people that peek. I'm looking at that pillar. I saw them peek left, and I got them. This is unlucky here. A lot of this has to do with our positioning. We got a pick.
Go, go, go.
I tried to help our Genji, but he got blown up by the Junkrat. No amount of healing can save that, really. So, but our Genji is really good. Our team is really good. Perfect. Punishing him, trying to get the Sigma off of the high ground, trying to break that shield. Here, I need to rethink about what I'm doing. I really wanted to help save him. I didn't need to go down there, but I tried to hide. I didn't think people would come back as fast.
No, Rista behind.
So
Shit.
that was a mistake too.
That's my bad.
I could have done that differently and better. Probably just stay up there on the bridge.
That's my fault.
And not follow the hog around.
My bad, yo.
I was kind of just following him around and it got me killed. And yeah, so don't do that. Don't follow around tanks thinking that they're going to help you. Sometimes they help you. Sometimes they're great. Sometimes they're just not aware in the moment that they can help you. Sometimes they do not want to help you. Sometimes they think it's not their problem. So you got to just always try to put the onus on yourself. Huge pick.
Go.
Huge picks coming in.
Guard.
Breaking that shield. Being safe on the pillar. I popped it a little early, the Transcendence, because I don't want to die. I don't want the Rhine to die. I want him to brawl. Break that Supercharger. Break that Orisa. Help people out. And amazing stuff, guys. So, you don't want to push ahead of your team. You just kind of want to fight with them or stay back. And then when they are brawling and...
Thank God.
It's a...
I keep getting these BAPs that don't heal. They just
Alright, guys.
DPS.
I hope that you learned something. I hope that this video helped. I try to be in the comms as much as possible. If it's toxic, I leave. And something I noticed is these higher level players, such as these people in this lobby and people I've played with before, they don't go in comms because the second that you argue and you start arguing with each other, you lose. So, alright guys. I hope this helps. I hope you're enjoying Overwatch Wednesdays. And that's it. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And as always, don't lose to fear. Peace. Alright, guys. One last thing. I wanted to show you these placements here. So I only won 2 out of 5. Not that great. But my win rate was around 72% and above 60% for the entire time. And above 72% for most of the time in last season. Now, those are all just numbers. I want to actually show you that there are some very difficult and damaging situations that are going to inhibit you and stop you from ranking up. And I want to give you some tips and tricks on how to avoid that. That will come in a future video. You'll see it here on the channel on Overwatch Wednesdays. Not sure what it will be called, but you will see. Usually it has to do with the social aspect of the game and people's understanding and managing your teammates' attitude and behavior, but first managing your own attitude and behavior, because this is going to directly affect your teammates' attitude and behavior, which will then affect your rank and SR and your win rate. Positivity wins games. Positive thoughts wins games. Practicing and getting better wins games. Negative thoughts helps you lose games towards yourself and towards your teammates, okay? So that's what that is. But I wanted to end with one pro tip to explain what I'm doing here to help you guys out. Go. And we're going to explain what we're doing here. So I'm coming back in a losing situation. I had died, probably to my own fault, or something that I didn't realize. I see that there's a Reaper there. I see, aha, this guy's dangerous. I think he had just killed me. So first thing I always try to do with Zenyatta, as I mentioned in my master guides, is you try to heal first. I see that critical person, and I go to try to heal them. If I don't get them, at least I got somebody else. Right? So I got the Sigma, and here the Reaper doesn't see me, so I assassinated him. I took him out with a volley and a Discord. Now I'm trying to look at, oh, can I help this Sigma? But he got blown up. I was going to attack the Junkrat and the person before that, the Sigma. Instead, I say, high value target, the Mercy. So very interesting. Even though this was a fail, I did really, really well and did great because I took out my counter. First thing is I took out my counter. Second thing, well, the first thing is I healed a teammate that needed healing. The second thing is I took out my counter, so I'm free to do whatever I want, right? Because the threat is not really there anymore for me. And then the third thing is I target prioritize with instant reactions like this. And that only happens with practice if you play a lot. So first thing I was like, okay, do I break shields? No, that's not going to be a good use of my time. I kill the Reaper just before he gets to the shield. And then here I'm thinking, okay, maybe I can help this Echo win the duel on this Sigma. Then I'm like, no, I'll go to the junk. Then I'm like, no, wait, I see a Mercy power boosting and she's on the ground. So boom, she's in my range of all my headshot volley kill with melee technique, and boom, I did it. All right, so just one last time, the thought process is this. You go through chokes. You take a look. I see a Junkrat trap there. I go around it. Help the teammate out. A lot of Zenyatas don't do this. They don't put their orb first. I almost always, instinctively, habitually, orb someone first. Because it doesn't give away your position. They don't know where that's coming from. When you shoot, though, and when you decide to shoot, see, you use that corner. You don't have to rely on your tanks. Don't yell at your tanks. Don't get upset at your tanks. If I can play like this in a Masters Grandmasters game, you can play like this at any level. You just take responsibility on your own. That's the technique there. Okay, guys, enjoy. Peace.